Good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Um, I talk to a lot of people, and one of the biggest challenges they have is they kind of get overwhelmed with a situation, whether it's at work or at home, or they're just struggling with a level of stress. Again, it could be work life, could be personal life, and it's often that combination of both that you don't have a release. You can't go from one to the other to get some release. Like work is stressful, even though home life is stressful, so you kind of bounce in between the two. And often it's like I just need a little bit of advice. I need something that can get me going, and it's always quite surprising because I think people expect like this big grand change. It's why people buy fad diets, which are stupid, because they kind of feel like if they're in this bad situation, they need something big to get them out of it. It's like this grandiose plan, but actually it's these little things. And it's the little things that make you feel that little bit better and they move you forward. And it's actually the whole thing about what we do at Balance Life, and it's around habits that are going to change. So these small things that seemingly insignificant, that don't take too much time, that have profound impacts on you. So yeah, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling burnt out, you're kind of struggling, try something that sort of grounds you. And by that, I don't mean like a woo woo, like go off and hug trees and stuff, which probably does work. But focus on something that can help you. So number one is improve the quality of your sleep, because sleep, lack of sleep causes stress, overwhelm, burnout. It affects your mental performance. It affects your mental health. So get a little bit of extra sleep. So maybe forgo an extra episode of Netflix, go to bed that little bit earlier, and try and reduce. There's so many things that you can do, like reducing the amount of blue light, like TVs, mobile phones, and stuff you're doing before bedtime. Stop checking your email before bedtime because it'll help your sleep hygiene. It's so important that we do like a big thing about it, unsurprisingly, and that can start to make you feel that little bit better. And similarly, like doing some exercise, having a healthy meal, because I never really used to realize, but I used to struggle a lot with like lethargy, and I used to be in sort of bad moods and had an upset stomach and things. And often it was the amount of sort of, whether it was like greasy food or fast food or just like not like high sugars and stuff that I used to have, that kind of upset my stomach, made me feel good in the very, very short term, and then sort of pulled me back down. So, improving the quality of sleep, making sure you're drinking enough water. And another one can be around prioritization, just especially when you've got that overwhelm and there's too much stuff you don't know what to do. It's like, what's the most important thing you need to do? Maybe set yourself one personal life thing and one work thing. So today, for me to go to bed and say that I've had a good day, what's the one personal thing I need to do? So that might be spending time with the kids. It might be, you know, I don't know, completing your tax return that you've been putting off, or whatever it is that's been like nagging at your head. And then on the work side, it's like, what's the most important project you're working on? What's the most important email or slides or like offer letter or whatever you've got to put together? Like, what's that most important thing? And breaking it down into these little small things. Firstly, improving your sleep doesn't take a lot of time, but like working on that one set of slides, it gives you some clarity. It gives you something really to focus on, and that's often what we struggle with. Stress, overwhelm, burnout is that sort of feeling of out of control. So these little micro habits give you some control back. They're giving you something to focus on that'll move you forward. So super important to help yourself like get grounded, get back into something simple, and then you can start to build from there. Like maybe it's the two most important things today. Maybe it's starting to work on other little bits of personal improvement. But yeah, it is really tough. I do know. I've been there. It is not fun. But it's those little small steps that will help you get back, not the big bloody change where you suddenly decide, right, I am changing everything. I'm going to change my job. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change that. Won't I be better tomorrow? Because you won't. But anyway, with that, have a good day. If you have any questions, ping me a message. I'd love to help. I don't like people being miserable. See ya.